The Pakistan Air Force, PAF, has formally inducted the first batch of 6 advanced J-10C fighter planes into service. Many experts have called the Chinese-origin J-10C as challengers to French-origin Rafale fighters of the Indian Air Force. The single-engine 4.5 generation combat aircraft landed in Pakistan from China on March 4. The jets were commissioned into the PAF's No-15 Cobras squadron on the 11th of March during a ceremony at PAF base Minhas in Camera. The ceremony was attended by Prime Minister Imran Khan, as well as the chiefs of the Air Force, Army, and Navy at Pakistan Air Force, PAF, base Minhas Camera in Attock district of Punjab. The Jian-10, or J-10, is a multi-role fighter indigenously developed in China by the Chengdu aircraft industry. Its NATO designation is Firebird and the plane is also known as the Vigorous Dragon. According to reports, the J-10 was first reported on in as far back as 1994, with the first flight of the single-seater jet taking place in 1998. The J-10C is the latest variant of J-10 and was inducted into the Chinese military in 2018. The J-10 is a single-engine, lightweight multi-role fighter that is capable of operating in all weather conditions, experts say, with strike missions and air-to-air warfare being its primary objects. The aircraft features a huge delta wing and carries 2 canards, wing-like projections that precede the main wing that are designed to provide extra stability or control, behind the cockpit. It is reported to have a similar payload as the Russian-made MiG-29 and the US-made F-16. PM Khan congratulated the country on the historic introduction of modern aircraft and praised China for providing the planes in the shortest time possible. Unfortunately, efforts are being made to create an imbalance in the region, and to address this, a big addition has been made today to our defense system, he said, presumably referring to India's procurement of Rafale fighter jets from France. The J-10C, the latest iteration of the jet, is powered by a Chinese-made WS-10 Taihang engine. The J-10C is said to have a strong resemblance with the F-16s that form the mainstay of the Pakistani Air Force. But it is a more attractive option for Islamabad because the use of F-16s comes with several riders imposed by the US, including on use against India. How do the J-10C and Rafale compare? According to reports, a Pakistani lawmaker questioned the move to acquire the J-10C, saying that does not match up to the Rafale jet, made by the French Dassault Aviation. India has a deal to purchase 36 of the aircraft from France. I don't understand the logic behind buying J-10C. We already have a fighter, F-16, which is in the similar class and generation. I don't think J-10C is as good as Rafale, also Dr. Afnan Allah Khan said in a tweet. Following a joint military exercise, Shaheen 9, with Pakistan at the end of 2020, Chinese experts had said that China's J-10C and J-11B fighter jets could be used to simulate India's Rafale and Su-30 fighter jets in mock battles, according to a report in the Chinese state-run Global Times. A Chinese military aviation was cited as saying that many aspects of the J-10C mid-sized fighter jet, including the size, aerodynamic characteristics, aviation and weapon systems and overall combat capability, are comparable to the France-made Rafale. However, head-to-head comparisons of the two fighters note the superiority of the French-made fighter. Experts note that though the Rafale is heavier than the J-10C, it also packs far greater thrust, something that gives it better agility and higher energy, which is the deciding factor in BVR combat, or dogfights. The last time Indian and Pakistani jets faced off was following the Pulwama bomb blast in 2019, when a Pakistani F-16 reportedly brought down a MiG-21 Bison. Also, the short-range Micro-IR missile carried by the Rafale is considered to be generations ahead of the PL-8 or PL-9 missiles used by the J-10C. As to beyond visual range, BVR, combat, the Rafale again scores with its technologically superior radar, which is said to have a greater detection range in excess of 200 km, and the tracking mode, prioritization of targets, is fully automated. On long-range missiles, too, the Rafale is seen as holding the advantage over the J-10C. Experts note that the Chinese jet uses the PL-15 missile that has a range of more than 200 km. It is crippled with a radar that cannot use its full potential. The Rafale's Meteor BVR air-to-air missile Meteor is said to be unarguably the best in the world. Then there are electronic warfare capabilities where Rafale stands out in comparison to the Chinese jet with its state-of-the-art tech, which is said to be a key reason behind its high price tag. According to an online resource, at $130 million, the price of one Rafale jet is close to 4 times that of the $35 million cost for a J-10C. Finally, experts point out that the J-10C, like most Chinese jets, has not seen any combat, while the Rafale has been tried and tested in battle theatres in Mali, Afghanistan, Libya, Iraq and Syria.